This is a game called BeamNG Drive, which is a realistic game where you basically play in vehicles and you can crash them. Perfect game for me, but the main idea is it has very realistic destruction physics compared to other games such as Grand Theft Auto. So, for example, if we go crash this into a tree over here, you see it doesn't just create cracks on this vehicle, it actually compresses it inwards over with a collision. So it's very realistic in that manner, and we have many different vehicles to choose from. For example, we can choose a cannon. If we click replace current, I don't think this will have the best steering, but yes. If we try to steer this, and we lift it up by clicking this, will actually, the recoil will actually shoot us. Oh. Well, it's a good time to shoot then, isn't it? Can't even see the bullseye. We'll reload it. There is a larger version of this, but there is no way to fire it, from what I can see at least, which is this. But I imagine your car drives in here, and then there is somehow a way to fling it upwards, which would be fun. And also the scenery in this game is really impressive as well, though, because the trees look absolutely perfect, and the light pathing and rendering is really good as well, so the game looks ultra realistic. My 16 gigabytes of RAM does get eaten up by this though. I mean, I was playing this game once and it hit 78% RAM usage with 16 gigabytes, so if you have like a system with 8 gigabytes of RAM, you're not going to be able to play this properly, or you have to massively lower the settings. But yeah, so if we fire the cannon by lifting that up, and if I click this, if you look, you can see it's kind of over there. And as you can see, it's a relatively large map, as it has all of those buildings in the backgrounds. This is called West Coast. It appears, based on those recording studios over there, to be sort of a mix of San Francisco and Los Angeles, but it also has these hills around it, which makes it look much more like Los Angeles, but the architecture is similar to San Francisco's. But yeah, this is definitely California. It also has many maps. This is just on this map, all these different locations, but it also has other maps, such as if we choose if we choose free roam, we have all of these maps here. So for example, one of my favourite ones is Utah, because it has big long open roads, even though this is Utah, but it looks more like Arizona. But yeah, this runs through the Grand Canyon, so we're just gonna wait for this to load. Just place tips in the bottom left corner. And so, if we choose this, we have this pickup truck here, and we can drive it. I know you drive on the right in the US where this is set, but I live in England, so we're going to drive on the left. So you can hit high speeds. The only problem is, I suck at driving, and also, when you go way too fast, on this, you really lose your steering, such as when we go for this tunnel, because there's a big turn. And so, yeah, this is going to be relatively difficult. So I'm going to brake the car, so we don't crash into the side of the tunnel. and you see the lighting changes as we get inside. As you see, we're starting to lose steering. That's just a little bit of damage. We'll buff that out. You see, when we damage our vehicle, it will say down here a map of the top-down view of the vehicle diagram, and it will then colour in from green to red based on how severe the damage is the areas of the vehicle, such as it's damaged the window on the left side. So when you hit that, did that, and as you see, it's showing all these parts have been damaged. I don't know what's going on, but every time I try to full screen in this, sorry for the inconvenience, but full screening, at least when I use NVIDIA's Alt-Z recording methods, doesn't work. But apart from that, the game runs smoothly. And we can hit high speeds. I'll choose to erase car after we crash. And let's go off this cliff. This game is really funny though if you play it for a long time, because everyone, this may sound a bit crazy, but everyone once in a while, as you can see, the engine start valves, it's flooded. Everyone loves to just smash some things, especially in a game like this where it's as realistic as it is. But yes, she's a Civetta Scintilla. I hope I pronounced that right. I don't believe they use real cars in this, because, well, they do, but I don't believe they use real branding, because then, oh yeah, I forgot, it spawns in the same place. But oh, we can't move. But basically, for copyright reasons, they don't use real car brand names. Yeah, so this is a race car. And it is very hard to steer, and it is also incredibly loud in my headphones. I'm not the best driver, as you can see. But also these cars are insanely fragile. But my favourite vehicle to use though is, where is it? Here it is, the Wentworth bus, or the Ram version of it. So if we click on map, teleport, map, not mod, we go on to quick travel. Now if we drive out of here onto the straight road, then our vehicle will just collide and crash if we don't. So yeah, we went a bit off the road, it's fine. Oh no. But, yep. And if windowed format means I might not be able to find it. But that's me spamming control to enter. Let me try and go full screen again. Display full screen. Well, apparently that doesn't change anything. What if we change the resolution, the aspect ratio? Nothing. Okay, nothing changes. There are also scenarios though, where you have to do something that they've set you up to do. For example, this is the Scintilla, the car we were just racing with, and you have to race against AI in the West Coast map that we were on earlier. The only problem is, when you go around corners in that car, you just die immediately, because The car sucks at turning at 100 miles per hour. Well, I don't think any car can turn that well, because that's asking too much for the current generation of vehicles and their turning systems. But hey, in the future you might see something that can. There are also mods for this game where you can download things such as tanks, planes or aircraft. Yep, and they work to varying levels of success and also to varying levels of destruction realism when you crash them. Yeah, as you can see, we're racing. This is AI. Gave them a little bump there, but it's all okay. We have to brake so we don't hit this. We lost our wing mirror, that's fine. So that car got in the way, so he got karma. Well, and as you can see, it's completely broken, and when you sit for too long without moving, it automatically thinks you failed, and so it sends you back to the beginning. But yeah, let's try and... I've never been able to get past this tunnel, and how many times I've tried, just how difficult it is. Because you have to slow down, then there are the cars behind you that will just crash into you. Good trick I found is, when you're going to hit a corner, hold down the... It's the arrow keys is what you use, it's not WASD though, for the controls, but hold down the down arrow key and one to the left, because the vehicle will not slow down that much though compared to if you keep holding the up arrow key at the same time, but it will also turn really well. It's not as effective when you have to slow down massively though, but it's as effective when you want to turn a lot, like right now. This is the furthest I've ever been, I believe. Last time I crashed into that barrier there, and then into this street lamp. But yep, need to be careful. So this tunnel has less of a barrier between both ways of traffic. So we're now crashing into the side of the tunnel. We'll try not to burst the tyre. Well, the tyres burst anyway. We'll just drive it backwards. The car's not going to work anymore. So as you can see, that happens. And then... try a different scenario. Yeah, when you click continue at mission start, it just sends you to the default starting point of this map. So let's choose a different scenario. So for example, taking treasure. This is my favourite one. Basically the idea is that this person found a treasure chest in this rich guy's garden and you've stolen it and you have to take it to his hideout, but the only problem is the rich man's called the police. And so you've got to escape and deliver it to the fishing port where the man's hideout is, probably his boat to escape, and then you got to survive yourself. This is on small islands, this map is called, set in the USA. So yeah, here's the countdown. I used to always just go straight forwards, but not anymore, so there are the police. Because they set up barriers, but if you go fast enough this way, you don't get a barrier. But, so I spot that. But the only problem is, that turn was impossible. It's easy on this one, is when you press escape, it opens up the ability to reset or abandon a mission, which sends you to the main menu. Oh, and this one causes all the cop cars back there to crash anyway. So just a little bit of damage. May have lost our wing mirror, but this is third person. So So as you can see, they set up barriers, so we have to go very slowly. As long as the car still drives and steers fine, you've got to realise it's fine. Yep, this is a hard turn. I heard that car crash up there. I'm not going to turn around though, so I'm just going to lose steering. You need to be careful though when you bang too hard for straight ons. It will damage your radiator, so your vehicle's engine will overheat, and so it will eventually just stop completely. That's not how you do it. The whole car just flipped. See if everyone will go on this. See how far I can get. I was able to deliver the treasure last time I played this, but yesterday. But the only problem is I wasn't able to escape. So yep, need to survive. This really reminds me of, because when I've been there, kind of upstate. Well, not upstate. Northern Manhattan. So north of the Empire State Building, where the skyscrapers really start to drop off around Harlem, there are lots of these brick buildings here and just low rises that are older than the modern skyscrapers. Yeah, the police like to ram you, so got to deal with that. Here's another scenario. I'll probably play it next time I showcase this game. Yeah, as you can see, its steering's terrible. And the radiator's leaking, so eventually the car's going to have to brake. The steering's terrible because the wheel's been stuck because of this, which is going to deflate the tyre probably. Yeah, there's another one where where basically what happened is yep, we can't see this anymore. For real this time, one more go and then I think I end the video. But there's another scenario where basically your police car at the gas station, petrol station, I live in the UK, and what happens is you got a call and you saw someone stealing from it, and you have to chase them down this road, and it's in this big forest, so it's hard to steer when you're going fast, and then you have to crash their car without crashing yours by like knocking into it lightly, which will cause it to crash into the trees surrounding. That's very smooth, well compared to normal for me. And yeah, basically you've got to do that, so then you can drive back and arrest them and then complete it. But the funny thing is they make a joke at the end which says all this for stealing a bag of chips, even though in the UK we call them crisps. So yeah, the whole bonnet's come off. Does the car still drive? Yeah, it actually does. Oh my god. Oh, I wonder what the real version of this car is. Because if I want to find it, it's when I do. Because I want to find it because this car is incredibly durable. Well, that's it for us. We got arrested, and yeah, I think that's the end for me. And just pressing that, there's no option to go directly to the main menu. So, it's main menu. Malware bytes. So yeah, thank you for watching everyone, and hope you enjoy my terrible voice and my terrible gameplay. But yeah, this has been BeamNG Drive, so thanks for watching everyone. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.